pizza guy was super creepy.
Ji-Kun is a boss that's a single phase that does various mechanics and abilities as time progresses, but really boils down to an add platform control plus flying mechanic. The boss himself will do a nature dot called Infected Talons. He'll do Talon Rake, which is stacking debuff tank swap. It increases damage taken for the next rakes, and so therefore every time it occurs, you do a tank swap. In addition, he does Downdraft, which is every 2 minutes. He does a channeled spell that pushes players outward from the boss for 8 seconds. You run towards it like it is Lei Shi in Toes. He does a Caw, which is a zone nuke, which you have to dodge and spread out and dodge for. Finally, for his main abilities, he does Quills, which is a raid-wide AoE for 8 seconds every 1 minute. Doesn't hit people on the upper platforms. While all of this is happening, there is an ad management mechanic on alternate platforms in the raid space. Eggs will spawn on the lower platforms, and he will cast a thing called Feed Young, and it's going to be little globs of green goo that'll come from the top and hit the ground over top of eggs if they exist. If it lands on a hatchling, which comes out of an egg, and if the hatchling is alive and they aren't killed in 10 seconds, they'll level up to like a level 2 bird. And if ads are dead, the random locations on the main platform will be hit by this green slime drops. If it hits the ground, you'll have to stand on the slime zone for 3 seconds to remove it, which will then apply a ticking nature debuff on you for the rest of the fight. It's better to have that ticking debuff on you than exist on the platform. However, if a platform group kills their ads and flies back to the main platform, they can fly over and intercept a goo drop and get a super nice buff on them instead of it interacting with this whole nature debuff dot mechanic. So this boss boils down to being a spreadsheet fight. There's going to be a number of various platforms that will activate in a consistent manner every single time we fight the fight. You'll be assigned a platform to go jump down to kill them. When you kill the hatchlings, you'll then get a little feather buff, which will then allow you to press a special action to fly temporarily. It's your goal to use one of these special actions to get up top, back to the main platform, and if you have extra flights, to use it to intercept the goo that falls. If a bird is allowed to evolve or you're assigned to an upper platform, you'll be interacting with mature eggs. Leveled up small birds and the mature eggs spawn juveniles. They do more damage and they are harder to kill, but otherwise it's the same mechanic. Doing damage to eggs that haven't hatched yet will transfer that damage done to the thing that it spawns. So it's important not just to sit back and wait for them to spawn. Attack the eggs to help your job later on. The only major difference on Heroic is that on some specific platforms, there will be also a Nest Guardian, which is a tanked mob that, if not tanked, will certainly wipe that platform's adventure. So this forces a tank swap mechanic at certain timings so that one tank is on the boss, the one tank is on the Nest Guardian, and the Guardian must die so that the tank can return back and take the tank swap